goodness. In the name of beauty. So, I finally came to the conclusion that, girl, your edges need help. So we'll be talking about how to hack your hair growth, reduce shedding, breakage with the help of natural DHT blockers. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my findings because I definitely know I'm not the only one struggling with this, and it might just help someone else out there. So let's jump right into it. So we are going to go over the problem, the causes, and the solutions without going too deep into the science because it can get a lot. So yeah, let's take a look at how we can optimize both factors, both the natural hair care routine and the health, for us to optimize our hair growth and get these edges back, because that is not acceptable. So now let's get into the second part of the video where we talk about the health conditions and how we can impact your hair growth. I won't really focus on a lot of medical conditions because I mean there are so many, but what I'm interested in is a specific type of health conditions that can directly impact your hair for so many people, and it's basically hormonal imbalance and how it plays with your scalp and your hair and your swag. I can't believe I just said that, but no, for real, it can really play with your hair follicles, make it grow, make it disappear. So it's actually known that androgenic alopecia is the most common type of hair loss in both men and women. Androgen is basically the male hormone, and both men and women have some androgens. In both men and women, androgens, and more specifically testosterone, can lead to hair loss. So what is androgenic alopecia and why is she messing with us? Androgenic alopecia, also known as pattern hair loss, is the most common form of hair loss for both men and women. So in men, it's characterized by a receding hairline, a receding front and top, and it impacts about 50 to 80% of men. And for women, it's characterized by a diffused thinning of the entire head, and it impacts about 25 to 50% of women in their lives. And honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me that these numbers would actually be much higher in reality or get higher along the years, because when you hear about the whole hormonal imbalance, it wouldn't surprise me. So let me read that part to you. Why is androgenic alopecia even a thing? Like, why does it impact so many people and so many women as well? Let me read that to you. Almost every woman eventually develops some degree of female pattern hair loss. It can start anytime after the onset of puberty. It can also result from an underlying endocrine condition such as overproduction of androgen or androgen secreting tumors on the ovary, pituitary, or adrenal gland. In either case, the alopecia is likely related to increased androgen activity. And if you know anything about, for example, conditions such as PCOS, you would know that these type of conditions result actually from high levels of androgen in the female body, or as well excessive amount of estrogen in the female body. Today we're going to focus on the androgen part, and maybe let me know in the comments if you would be interested in as well me talking about how excess estrogen can impact your hair, skin, and nails, and what are the mechanics and what could be the potential solutions to help you get your beauty back naturally. So yeah, a good and typical example of this would actually be menopause. Basically, menopause is the period of life during which the ovaries reduce their production of sex hormones, estrogen. Menstruation gradually stops, and basically menopause leads to a drop in estrogen level, which leads to a relative increase in the level of androgen in the body. So this excess of androgen might lead to then hair loss. So now the question is, how does androgen builds up and causes hair loss? So there is two main reasons why. Either your hair follicle are particularly sensitive to DHT, or you have excess testosterone, which leads to excess DHT in the body, or you have both. And yeah. So what is DHT? DHT stands for dihydrotestosterone, and is basically a hormone that is derived from testosterone itself and is produced by an enzyme that is produced in the body that is called 5-alpha reductase. Basically, if you suffer from excess testosterone, you will most likely have excess DHT in your body. You will not necessarily have to have sensitive hair follicle to DHT, but the fact only that you have higher level of testosterone in your body will lead to increased level of DHT. And DHT is primarily used by the body for the prostate, skin, and hair follicles. DHT is known to be 5 to 10 times more potent than testosterone itself. So DHT can actually bind to androgen receptors for longer, therefore increasing the impact of testosterone production throughout the body. So DHT can basically cause the thickening of dermis, which is basically suffocating, sucking the life out of your hair follicles, increase fibrosis in scalp tissue, calcification around hair follicles. So basically DHT can basically kill your hair. In the case of androgenic alopecia, it's the excess DHT that gets to your hair follicle and increases the hair loss. In women, excess DHT can also increase body hair, facial hair, and stop menstrual cycles, and it can also cause acne. So that DHT, I don't know, is just coming for our lives, but we're going to find solutions. And that's what we're going to talk about in the next section. So now that we know, when it comes to androgenic alopecia, that DHT is the root cause, we need to know how we contain it, like how we reduce it, how do we get rid of that excess DHT. So you basically have to know how to contain your testosterone internally, and also basically try to find some topical solutions because it's hair, right? So let's look at that. So there are two main types of solutions. There are the medical treatments. You need a prescription to get access to them. I really don't know much about them. I just know from Google that they have their fair share of side effects. So there's the medical treatment route, and there's also the natural treatment and remedies route, which is what we're going to focus on. But quickly, just to mention them, just in case, the medical treatments, you have dutasteride, you have minoxidil, which is also known as Rogaine. They basically help inhibit the enzyme 5-AR, 5-alpha reductase, which will help stop the conversion of testosterone into DHT. So then when it comes to the natural solutions that can help inhibit DHT, I found some natural ingredients that can help do that. You have emu oil, pumpkin seed oil, onion juice, diluted, apple cider vinegar, also diluted, rosemary essential oil, of course diluted. You always want to dilute essential oils. You have nigella sativa oil, fenugreek, stinging nettle, pigeon bark, green tea, saw palmetto, aloe vera, and spearmint. If you've not seen my previous video on 3 herbs to have if you have PCOS, check out my video. I will link it here in the cards, but also down below in the description box. So all of these ingredients listed here have been proven to help with blocking DHT naturally. So they're quite recommended when it comes to managing androgenic alopecia. I've not tried them yet. Let me know down below if you've ever tried some of these ingredients here to help you to regrow your hair, and what were your results. I'm really curious to know what are the ingredients that I should try to focus on to get these edges back. Because I'm not finishing the year without my edges back to some extent. I at least want it to improve and not like degrade. So yeah, let me know down below. It might also help some other people. Now let's talk about the lifestyle and the diet and how it is so instrumental when it comes to keeping your hair on your head and regrowing your hair. So first of all, you want your blood to be full of all the nutrients, vitamins, minerals it needs, not only for your hair, obviously for your overall health. You know, your follicle, to give your hair follicle the best chance to regrow, you have to also give your blood, or yourself, your body, the adequate nutrients, minerals and vitamins in order to properly function and do what it has to do. So if you can, please get your blood tested and stuff, so that you also don't just try to blindly repair some stuff without really knowing what is the root cause of your issues. It's really always great to have clear data that is showing what is missing and how you can then approach it to find solutions to it. So yeah, it's really important. I'm going to write down here some elements that are important to keep track of when it comes to regrowing your hair. First, you have zinc. It's very important in the production of hair, skin, nails. It is present in any supplements that is targeted towards improving the hair, skin, and nails quality. You also have iron, that is super important when it comes to providing oxygen to your hair follicles. You have phytosterol, which helps block DHT production and reduce areas of the scalp and hair follicles where DHT can attach itself. You also have protein, so make sure you get your protein as part of your diet as well. Trace minerals, lycopene, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Biotin, of course, we know that. You can get it naturally from diet, but you can also take some supplements. Then you have vitamin B, selenium, and iodine, which people who eat a Western diet are very deficient in iodine because it's not present in Western diets at all. Omega-3, which is anti-inflammatory and is present in seafood. You also have silica. So now, also as part of lifestyle, and that is major key, we need to reduce our stress levels. We need to chill out. Take a chill pill, sit down, relax, breathe in and breathe out, because a lot of us, too many of us, live on survival mode. And when you're surviving, the things, the nutrients, vitamins, everything that is required for your body to function properly is going to other organs that need it more than your hair. Your hair is literally maybe one of the last things that you need to live with your body. So your body would just drop it, like it would just drop your hair follicle will die, and stress can really cause hair loss. I will link down below a video of Dr. Debbie Williams where she actually goes over the impact of stress on your hair. And I read that there was also actually a name to define the impact of a high level of stress that will make someone lose their hair. Secondly, please work out, break a sweat. I'm talking to myself. It's just so important. It increases your blood flow to your scalp, and then it nourishes your hair follicle. You can't really, you can go about, you can, that's the truth, you can. But if you want to be overall healthy and also have healthy hair, do work out, break a sweat. It doesn't need to be anything too intense. Actually, working out too intensively can actually increase your stress level, your cortisol level, and be detrimental. So lastly, in the lifestyle section, let's talk about traction. We have to reduce scalp friction, because if you're already suffering from excessive hair shedding or hair loss, the last thing you want to do is physically accelerate that process. So really limit the frictions. Hair is not meant, and scalp is not meant to be confined all the time, like most of the time. Honestly, you can wear whatever hairstyle you want, but just know that your scalp and your hair needs element of the nature, the sun, the air, whatever, water to thrive. Friction can cause hair loss, alopecia, bald spots. I can actually show a picture of my hair somewhere of a time when it's actually the first and only weave that I had done. I was shocked. I was like, how can you? No, we don't do that. And the thing for me is, because I'm not really tender-headed, I really wasn't feeling any excessive tension when the woman was braiding my hair. But then when she went in and sewed the weave, oh my God, oh my goodness. In the name of beauty. Anyways, my hair grew back at the time, so it was all fine, but it was really a bad experience. Yeah, so try to limit this. So voila, here it is. I hope the video was informative and you found some helpful nuggets that you can use probably to grow back your hair. I'll be working on my edges. I'll be working on my edges and most likely come back with an update. Listen, by December, you need to check me. If I don't come back, call me out. I don't care. I don't care. Call me out. If you're seeing that video and it's January 2023, call me out. Hey, what's up? Also, if you know someone that video might help, don't hesitate to share with that person. Sometimes really all we need to change our lives, we're talking about hair here, but sometimes all you need to change your life is the right information, and it can really make a whole lot of difference. So yeah, let me sign out for today and I will see you in the next video. Bye.